Have you ever set a goal, made a plan, and then watched it completely fall apart? Hey everyone, welcome back to Self Love First. My name is Alicia, and thank you for tuning in with me. Today I'm going to teach you something that completely changed how I approach goal setting. It's called the Dreamline Procedure in MAP, and it's not just another planning method. Please hit that like button. It's a free and easy way to help my channel, and it helps so very much. Here's what makes this different. Most planning systems ignore the number one reason that plans fail. And it's not lack of discipline. It's not poor time management. It's the mental resistance, fear, and doubt that builds up when we actually try to execute. The Dreamline Procedure does something unique. It helps you build your plan and clear the psychological obstacles at the same time. By the end of this video, you'll have a complete framework for breaking down any goal into actionable steps, identifying what you don't know before it derails you, and clearing the mental blocks that usually sabotage your progress. Let's dive in. Before we get to the Dreamline method itself, we need to understand why planning usually doesn't work. Planning is only effective when you have two things. Number one, the right information, and number two, the right mental state. Think about this. If I asked you to plan out your dream business right after you lost your job, when you're feeling defeated and victimized by life, would that plan be any good? Probably not. Because when you're in a state of discouragement, doubt, or fear, your brain literally can't access the creative, strategic thinking that you need for effective planning. This is why the Dreamline Procedure starts by asking, do we need to handle any resistance first? If you're thinking about your goal and immediately feeling it's never going to happen, or I don't even care anymore, or this is impossible, then we need to clear that first. Otherwise, we're just making plans that we'll never follow through on. Make sense? The requirements for effective planning are the right information or the willingness to learn, and the right mental state or clearing your resistance first. The Dreamline Procedure handles both. The Dreamline Procedure has three main phases. I'll give you the overview first, then we'll go deep into each one. Phase one, clarify your goal. First, we get crystal clear on what you want to create. And this isn't just writing down, I want to lose some weight, or I want to start a business. We ask, what specifically do you want to create or experience? What would your life look like when it's accomplished? What would you see, feel, or hear? What would you say to yourself? What would others say about you? And here's the key. If thinking about this goal triggers discouragement, doubt, or fear, we handle that before moving forward. Phase two is backtrack the plan. This is where it gets interesting. Once we have the goal, we work backwards from the end result to where you are right now. We identify three categories. Number one, what needs to happen? The events or milestones, things you know must occur. Number two, what needs to be done? The actions you need to take are the things that you know that you can do. Number three, what needs to be learned? The unknowns, the things that you still need to figure out. This is crucial because most plans fail due to the unknowns that we didn't account for. Phase three is review and clear resistance. Now, here's what makes Dreamline special. Once you have the plan, You imagine yourself going through it from start to finish. As you do this, you notice, where do you feel stuck? Where does doubt come up? Where do you feel powerless? Then we systematically clear those friction points until the whole journey feels exciting, believable, and doable. So we have a flow of a goal: backtrack, present, review, clear resistance, aligned plan. Let me give you a real world example of how that perfectly illustrates how this works and why accounting for unknowns is so important. We decided that we wanted to get a cat. Simple goal, right? So I made a plan based on what I knew. End goal: have a cat safely in the house. Before that, pick up the cat from the store. Before that, find the right cat. Before that, learn where you need to get cats. Seems straightforward. 4 steps. Easy. But here's what I didn't know: the unknowns that weren't even on my radar. There was paperwork required to adopt a cat. Like, what? We need supplies, litter box, food, water bowls. We had to learn about cat care and maintenance. There was a specific protocol for integrating a new cat into your home. All of these things appeared as obstacles during the process. And if you're not aligned with the goal, if I didn't really want that cat, one of these surprises could have made me quit. Anyway, when you do hit these unknowns, you're willing to push through them. Every plan has unknowns that you don't know about yet. Dreamline creates the alignment to push through them. That's the power of this method. It prepares you for the unexpected by maximizing your commitment and clearing your resistance beforehand. So phase 1 is clarify your goal. All right, so to be practical, I'm going to walk you through each step of the Dreamline procedure so that you can actually use this. Step 1, what would you like to create or experience? Don't overthink this. Just answer honestly. What's the goal? What do you want to achieve? For example, I want to become a successful entrepreneur, or I want to launch my online business, or I want to write a book. Step 2 is handle any resistance. Here's the critical part most planning methods skip. We immediately check. When you think about this goal, do you feel resistance? Is there any fear, doubt, or discouragement? If yes, we handle that first, using specific clearing techniques. We don't move forward until thinking about the goal feels neutral or positive, exciting. This might mean addressing any past failures that make you doubt yourself, or any fear of judgment, maybe imposter syndrome, or limiting beliefs about what's possible for yourself. Step 3 is clarify the vision once resistance is handled. We really flesh out the goal. What does your life look like when this is actually accomplished? What do you see? What can you do? How do you feel? What do you say to yourself? What are others saying to you or about you? For example, if I say, I'm a successful life coach, I see a calendar full of client appointments. I feel confident, fulfilled, making a difference. I say, I'm helping people transform their lives. Others say, you're amazing at what you do. This clarity becomes your North Star. Then we go into phase 2, build your plan backwards. Now comes the planning phase. And we do this differently than you might expect, we work backwards from the goal. Step 4, backtrack to the present, starting from your accomplished goal. Ask yourself, what would need to happen right before this goal is fully achieved? Then take that step and ask the same question again. Keep going until you get something that you could do today or this week. Remember the 3 categories. 1 is what needs to happen, the events, the milestones. These are results or states that need to occur. For example, I need to have 5 paying clients. I need to be certified. And then what needs to be done, your action steps. These are specific tasks that you can take. Example, I need to practice the Dreamline procedure. Or another example, I need to create a website. And then number 3, what needs to be learned, or your unknowns. These are things that you don't know yet. For example, I need to learn how to market my services. Or another example, I need to research pricing strategies. Show a backward timeline, goal, milestone, action, learning, now. Here's the key. Your plan doesn't have to be perfect. It just needs to be complete based on what you currently know. You will discover unknowns as you go. That's normal. The Dreamline procedure accounts for this by creating strong alignment so that you push through when obstacles appear. Keep backtracking until you reach a next step that feels comfortable and doable. This becomes your starting point. For example, you say, I want to be a successful life coach. Before that, it would have to be an established practice with steady income. Before that, have 10 plus satisfied clients. Before that, complete 50 practice sessions. Before that, get certified. Before that, master all procedures. Before that, practice the Dreamline procedure. And then move on to phase 3, review and neutralize friction. This is where the magic happens. Most planning stops at creating the plan. So Dreamline goes further by clearing the psychological obstacles. Step 5 is imagine the journey. Close your eyes and imagine yourself going through each step of your plan from beginning to end. Start where you are now, move through each step, and finish with the accomplished goal. Step 6 is rate your resistance. As you imagine this journey, notice, where do you feel stuck? What kind of fear comes up? Where do you doubt yourself? Where do you feel powerless? Rate your overall resistance from 0 to 10, with 0 being no resistance, totally excited, and 10 being overwhelmed by fear and doubt. If you're above a 2, we have work to do. Step 7 is clear the friction points. Identify the specific step where you felt the most resistance. Maybe it's starting to market myself, fear of judgment, or the fear of charging money, worthiness issues, or finishing that certification, imposter syndrome. Then we use specific clearing techniques to neutralize that resistance. This might involve treating underlying memories, or addressing parts of yourself in conflict, or clearing limiting beliefs, or doing a change history on past failures. The loop is 1, review the journey from beginning to end. 2, notice where the resistance is the highest. 3, clear that resistance. 4, review again. 5, repeat until the resistance level is from a 0 to 2. You keep doing this until when you imagine the entire journey, you feel excited and aligned and clear and ready to take action. And that's when you know the Dreamline is complete. Step 8, clarify next actions. Finally, we want to make sure you're crystal clear on your next step. What specifically will you do next? When will you do it? How will you do it? If there's any confusion, break down that next step into even smaller pieces until it's completely actionable. Step 9 is schedule it. Put it in your calendar. Add it to your to-do list. Make it real. Before we wrap up, let me give you some tips to make the Dreamline procedure even more powerful. Tip number 1, record yourself going through the review and clearing the process. You can listen to this daily between sessions to maintain alignment and clear any new resistance as it comes up. Tip 2, combine with project planning. If you've read Getting Things Done by David Allen, the Dreamline fits perfectly into this project planning framework. It's essentially the organization and neutralization phase after brainstorming. Tip 3, write it out physically. Write out your plan. As you encounter unknowns or complete steps, you can update the document. It creates accountability and clarity. Tip 4, review it regularly. Make the Dreamline plan your review template. At the end of each session, what's your next step? At the beginning of the next session, how did the plan go last time? What obstacles came up? Tip 5, make it physical. Walk a line across the room. One end is the goal, one end is now. Each step represents a milestone. Physically walk through the plan, stopping to clear resistance at any stuck points. Tip 6, speak it out loud. Sometimes just thinking isn't enough. Verbalize your plan out loud. Speaking activates different neural pathways and can reveal hidden resistance. When is Dreamline most appropriate? You have a goal, but feel stuck. Someone's partway through and losing momentum. New goal that hasn't been started yet. Or you're ready to create something new after clearing past traumas. So let's just recap what we've learned today. The Dreamline procedure is a 3-phase process. Phase 1, clarify your goal and handle any resistance. Phase 2, backtrack from goal to present, identifying what needs to happen, to be done, and learned. Phase 3 is review the journey systematically, clear friction points until you feel aligned and excited. What makes this different from regular planning? It acknowledges that obstacles aren't just external, they're internal. Your fear, your doubt, and limiting beliefs are often bigger roadblocks than the practical challenges. By clearing resistance as you plan, you create unstoppable momentum. Your homework is pick one goal that you want to achieve. It could be anything. It could be a business goal, a health goal, or a creative project. Go through the Dreamline procedure. First, define it clearly. Then, backtrack the steps. Then review and notice where you feel any resistance. Clear that resistance, journal about it, meditate on it, or work with a practitioner. Keep going until the whole journey feels exciting. Your goals are possible. Your resistance is clearable. Your plan is waiting for you. I have links below to my website where I have free resources and a downloadable journal, my online course, the Embodied Manifestation Toolkit, and links to schedule one-on-one map sessions with me. If you found this video valuable, please like this video and subscribe for more content on goal achievement, personal development, and practical psychology. Drop a comment below. What goal are you going to use the Dreamline procedure on? I'll see you in the next video. Until then, as always, self-love first, always. Thank you so much, guys. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you soon. Take care.